Shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom. Before I start, I want to say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashima Mashiach Yahweh. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I was on Twitter, and I came across this video of an Edomite saying that black people have a gene that makes us inherently wicked. These people are hypocrites, man. How the hell you gonna say we got a gene that makes us inherently wicked when you done went around the whole globe, the four corners of the earth, conquering, man, rape, robbing, and pillaging, man, everything in your sight. You kill man and beast, man, but we have a gene that makes us inherently wicked. This is what this devil said, man.
I recommend people. There's this whole debate about the MAOA gene, which is like this gene that black Africans have, like much. It's like a proclivity to violence that they have.
MAOA gene.
Yeah. I recommend people Google it and do their own research. It's like a big debate about whether or not. But basically, like what it is it's, if you think about like kind of white European Asian ancestors as we kind of moved out of Africa, like aggression and violence was kind of less necessary because we were like farmers and stuff.
But
right?
God, is that really true?
There's this whole debate.
Goddamn devil, man. You went around the four corners of the earth, rape, robbing, pillaging, conquering, killing man and beast, man, polluting the whole earth. But we have a gene that makes us inherently wicked, inherently violent. Who has done more violence than you, man? Than the so-called white man? Who has done more violence than Esau, Edom, man? No nation on the earth, man. Who has killed more man and beast on the earth, man? Esau, Edom. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4. Come on, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. His soul is not lifted up, man. The Most High made his soul crooked, man. Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. He transgressed by wine, man. He make you drink his wine, his philosophies, man. And he a proud man. He say, who shall bring me down, man? He exalt his nest. He exalt his nest in the stars, man. Saying he the Most High God. He the angels. He say he Yahweh Shah, Jesus Christ. He say Jesus Christ looked like him, man. The Most High was a white man. The angels was white babies, man. He's a proud man, and he exalt himself among the stars, man. And he heap unto himself all nations and all people, man. Everywhere he go, death and hell follow him, man. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. When the white man come, death and hell follow, man. Hell meaning the condition, and death meaning the grave, man. He come, he terrorize you, man. Then he kill you. He kill you with wild beasts. He kill you with the sword, because that's his blessing, man. Everywhere he go, death and hell follow him, man. And he not satisfied with blood, man. He gonna take your position. Now he calling himself the Native American Indian. Now he calling himself the Jew. Now he calling himself the original European. He not satisfied with blood, man. He gonna take your spot, man. Everywhere he go, death and hell follow him, man. And the fourth part of the earth, that's talking about the Americas, man. When he came over to America, it's pictures of him hanging the so-called Native American Indians by their necks, man, with fire under him, with dogs on their leashes, man. They sick dogs on them, man. Just like they did during the civil rights era with us, man. The Native Americans had to go through that first, man. They sick dogs on them, man. He killed with wild beasts. He killed with the sword. Death and hell follow him, man. Now, who is more violent than the so-called white man? Definitely not the so-called Chinese man. Definitely not the so-called African American man. The so-called Haitian man. The so-called Jamaican man. The so-called Dominican man. Definitely not the 12 tribes of Israel. Who is more violent than you, man? Your blessing is the goddamn sword, man. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from thy neck, from off thy neck, Salaki. You know, his blessing is the sword, man. Your blessing is the sword, white man. That's why you go around the four corners of the earth conquering, man, killing with the sword, kill with wild beasts. You even kill the beast, man. You violent in the earth, you have sex with the beast, man. But we have a gene that makes us inherently violent. What about the Rosewood massacres, man? What about the Lex Street massacre, man? What about Black Wall Street? The genocide of the Native American Indians, man, and many more. What about them massacres, man? Nobody perpetrated that but you, man. Nobody did that but you, man. The so-called white man. So who is more violent than Esau Edom, man? Doing what he do best, man. Killing with the sword, man. Conquering, pillaging, heaping unto himself all nations and all manner of people, man. Nobody, no race of people is more violent than you, man. Thus said the Lord. Damn devils. With that being said, Shalom, Israel. Barakatham to all my Akim on the highways and byways pushing his word with sincerity and truth, no matter what camp you in. Barakatham to all my Akim diligently learning in his truth, expanding on their knowledge. Barakatham to all my Akwatim striving for righteousness. Shalom.